Hi everyone, welcome to Infinite Women. I'm your host, Allison Tyra, and today we're talking about the legal fight of Margaret E. Knight. Like many girls of 1850s America, Margaret left school at a young age to begin working, when she was 12. For her family in New Hampshire, that meant the cotton mills. After seeing a worker injured by a shuttle that flew out of a mechanical loom, 12-year-old Margaret invented a safety device that was later used by several mills in town. While that first invention wasn't patented, she would go on to receive dozens of patents as an adult, including in 1870 for her most famous invention, a machine to make flat-bottomed paper bags. At age 30, Knight was working for the Columbia Paper Bag Company. There were essentially two types of paper bags in circulation at the time. Machine-made ones like the company's, which were weak and narrow and couldn't stand on their own, and flat-bottomed ones in the UK that had to be handmade, and thus were much more expensive. In 1868, Knight invented a machine that cut, folded, and glued paper to form the flat-bottomed brown paper bags that we're all familiar with today, thus enabling mass production. Knight was ready to file a patent application, but first she needed a working iron model of the machine. While it was being built, a machinist who visited the machine shop stole her design and patented it first. When Knight went to file her own patent, she discovered what he'd done and filed a patent interference lawsuit. She had years' worth of precise hand-drawn blueprints, journals, models, witnesses, and years of having worked at a company that produced paper bags. He had misogyny. That was it. Literally, his entire case was that a woman could not have designed it. He argued that, quote, she could not possibly understand the mechanical complexities of the machine. He also tried to claim that his machine, although clearly identical, was not the same as her invention, probably because he couldn't remember all the details, and that she hadn't created a working model when clearly she had. Thankfully, she won, reminding us of the importance of documentation. It's important to note here that Knight had to spend $100 per day in legal costs on the 16-day hearing. In modern terms, that would be more than $32,000 US. For many women, particularly a single woman, that cost would have meant they couldn't defend their rights in court. Knight continued inventing throughout her life, and although she was never wealthy, she was able to live comfortably by selling her inventions to companies and living off the royalties, including $25,000 for the paper bag machine. In 1913, the year before her death at age 76, a New York Times article reported that she was working 20 hours a day on her 89th invention. Join us next time on Infinite Women, and remember, well-behaved women rarely make history.